right, guys, so we've had actually this Jeep Grand Cherokee 2019 Limited about almost a year now. This is actually my wife's daily driver, but I use it a lot for my commercial real estate business. We'll go over in this video what I like and what I don't like about it. So if you're watching this video, do me a favor and hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. This will be a long-term review on this car. We've leased it for 3 years. We're almost at 12 months, about 11 months right now. So we'll keep doing a review maybe every 10,000 miles or so. So remember to hit the subscribe button, notification bell, like and share the video so our channel can grow, and leave your comments below. Make sure you comment on every video. If you're new to the channel, we have over 600 different cars we reviewed on this channel. So check them out, binge watch the channel, and leave comments on those videos as well. All right, so if you follow the channel, you know we had a 2014 Jeep Grand Cherokee. That was my wife's daily driver, but I use it a lot. Probably put at least half the miles on it, maybe most of the miles, since she works locally and I drive it all over the state of New Jersey. So I'll link that video because we had some bad things that didn't work out in that car. So watch this video all the way through. We'll link that at the very end, the last 20 minutes or so, and you can see the good or bad with that car. And we'll see, has it improved? Same body style, has it improved over these 5 years? So before we take it for a spin and go over the pluses and minuses of this car and the details, let's take a look at the interior. All right, so this is the limited edition. So leather is actually standard, and it's a very nice interior. Good materials here. The materials are plastic if you touch them, but they do seem like they're going to hold up well. We've had this car about 11 months. We put 9,200 miles on it. I'm doing this as basically a 10,000 mile review. I thought today would be a good day to do it because it's actually sunny and it gets dark here very early now in northern New Jersey. So while we still had sunlight, let's do the review. But controls are at your steering wheel. I believe it was similar to my 2014. Again, I'll link that video at the end. So here's your cruise control. Here's everything with the menu. Obviously, your Bluetooth controls. I like the wheel. It's a good thickness. Now, it's a heated wheel, and it's great. It gets hot right away. It's only 32 degrees right now. I think we have the high today now of 37. And this heats up real quick. So comparing it to my 2013 Audi S8, which is really my daily driver, I could drive for a half hour before I feel any heat in that steering wheel. So this 2019 gets hot really quick, which is awesome. You do have a much better shifter here. So here's something I really like over the 2014 model. The 2014 model had the toggle back and forth for drive, reverse, neutral, like that my CLA 45 AMG and my GLA 45 AMG had the Mercedes thing that you've probably seen on the ML and the other cars. And that was very hard to get in gear, and it was not very good. This is so much better to just have a standard shift knob, and it's just it works so much better on this car, so much easier to use, and feels a lot better too. There's no guessing if you're in the right gear. You can actually feel the notches. Downside of this, if you want to plug in your phone, because this does have Apple CarPlay, and you want to plug in your USB, because of the angle of this shifter, it's almost impossible, because these are angled up, and it takes a while to do that. Make sure you always do it before you're driving, because you shouldn't be doing while you're driving anyway. But if you do, you'll never get that angle right, because it's actually tilted up and very difficult to use. All your controls are right here. So you have navigation. You can view the maps very good. What I like, you have all your radio controls and your satellite radio, which I believe is free for 12 months. So that's going to be ending very soon. Your media control, you can plug in your phone to hear your music. You could also use Bluetooth, so that works excellent. Climate control is dual zones. So it's very good that you can go up and down with the different climate controls. I usually like it cold in here. I'll put it a little hotter so you don't hear the air conditioning noise. One thing I wish it had is just a low button. Most of my cars, you just hit low if it's a hot day and you want it cold. This you have to manually go down. I think it goes down to about 60 or so. And then you have your defrost buttons, sport. You have the automatic on the 2019 models that started, I believe, in 2017. You have the auto stop button for the at lights for the engine. And the heated seats work real well, so you can go to your controls here, you do the heated seats, heated wheel, and that'll stay on, so you could do that. Backup camera is really good on this car, much better than the 2014 by far. I mean, this really looks high res. I don't know how to, let's put the climate, oh, you know what, we put the, all right, let's lower the air conditioning here. I don't know how you shut it off. Let's just shut it off for this. All right, we'll shut it off. It gets loud. But you look at the backup camera. It's very easy. This will turn actually when we, the yellow and green lights when we turn, and it's very accurate. Some cars aren't very accurate, and they'll have this in there, but this actually works really, really well. And the interior is really nice. So limited, you have the leather interior standard, and it works really well in this car. The problem is with the touchscreen is all the finger marks. I have the shade on here now, but when the sun's shining it, you just see a million finger marks. So that looks kind of disgusting, but obviously you can clean that. And then you have all the controls right at your hands here to lock and unlock, and the 4 window switches. What's really cool is this sunroof. I'm probably not, it's a dual pane sunroof. This thing is in the front position right now, but it is really good because the backseat passengers have the front as well. And let's see if I can, nope, I don't know if it goes. My wife knows these controls better than I do. But the sunroof is really cool and it's dual pane. All right, guys, one option I highly recommend is the Luxury Group 2 option package, if you could swing it in your budget. I'm going to just read so I don't miss anything because there's a lot of things you get for the price. It's $3,495, so certainly not cheap, but you get the automatic high beams, which is awesome. We use it all the time here. We live in northeastern New Jersey, Bergen County, New Jersey, but there are a lot of the suburban towns here. It's really dark at night. We don't have many street lights, so makes a tremendous difference, especially when it's bad weather like it's raining at night. You get the bi-xenon HID headlamps, the cargo compartment cover, dual pane sunroof, which I mentioned before, which is excellent, front LED fog lamps, heated second row seats, which are great if you have kids or you have a commercial real estate business like me. I have kids too, and you're going to have clients in the back, so that's really good. Leather trim seats and perforated inserts, LED daytime running headlamps, which look really nice and really bright, power tilt and telescope steering column, 9 amplified speakers with subwoofers. This stereo system is awesome with that Lux Pack. I have an Audi S8 that has a $1,500 stereo and a McLaren 570S that has a $1,500 stereo. They're both like 1,500 watts. I think this is better, so it's well worth the money. Here you're getting all these things for roughly $3,500. Rain-sensitive windshield wipers, and ventilated front seats, which are awesome as well. We use them all summer long and love them. So that'll make your, we'll go over payments in a second, what we leased this car for. And it's really, here's the good and the bad of the car, and I'll tell you now as we go drive it. All right, guys, now let's drive the car. Let's talk about the ride first. The ride of the car is really good. It actually drives like a car, even though it's big and you know, it's made by Jeep. It actually has a real good ride. I use it all the time for my commercial real estate business. I can easily fit 5 people in the car, and they have plenty of legroom back here. And again, with the Lux 2 package, they're getting heated seats, and you also have USBs here. So if you need to charge your phone or your laptop, that works really well. Trunk space is fantastic with the seats down. It's really good without the seats down. For example, this time of year, I'm putting winter tires on my Audi S8. That car has 21-inch wheels. We'll get to these tire sizes in a second. And with the seats folded down, I could fit 4 21-inch tires mounted on wheels in the back seat, no problem. So that's how spacious it is. My wife has a side furniture business, and she can really fit big pieces of furniture in this car. We have 2 children, and it works perfect. And as you know, if you're familiar with my YouTube channel, we do a ton of sports cars, and I can tell you, this makes having a sports car very practical. You have a practical vehicle like this that's good in all times of weather, can carry your family around, can go to Home Depot and all those other things, Costco, and now you can have that 2-seat sports car because you have such a practical daily driver. And again, it's a very smooth car-like ride, so we go over a really bumpy road here. I usually go on this road with my sports cars, and it's really bumpy, and the camera's bouncing all over the place. It's still, you'll still feel bumpy roads, but it does a really, really good job. And it's a car that can be comfortable all day. Now, this car comes with 18-inch wheels standard. There are optional 20-inch wheels. What I like about this car, it's got a very high sidewall. And that sidewall is really good for all the potholes we have here in New Jersey and the terrible roads. I've gotten already 2 flats with the Audi last winter, and I got none with this car because that high sidewall makes a difference, and that makes it very comfortable as well. Oh, we got a McLaren 720S in front of us. I don't know if that's going to come out on the GoPro here. Gas mileage, I'm looking at it right now, is averaging 17.2. Most of the miles on this car actually are around town. So if you drive more on the highway, I think you could probably average closer to 19 or 20. If you already have one of these cars, list your year and what you get in mileage below. So this is the 6-cylinder engine, rated to an 8-speed automatic. And this automatic transmission is way better than our 2014 model. And we don't have any oil leaks, spoiler alert, that we had in the 2014 model. Now we leased this for 3 years. Like I said, we'll have almost 10,000 miles. So we're doing 12,000 miles a year. I think by the end of the year, we'll have 12,000 miles. Maybe we'll do another review then. If not, we'll do it every 10,000 miles or so. So again, remember to subscribe for that so you can see how this is for the whole 3 years. Probably won't buy this out when it's done. I think we made the mistake buying out the other car. We wound up having 5 years. When it came time to buy it out, we had to make a decision. It was due brakes and tires at around that 30-something thousand or 40,000 mile mark, and then we kept it longer. We wound up 2 oil leaks, and we wound up having to get rid of the car, and we leased this. Now this base price is about $38,000. With that Lux package for $3,500 plus a couple other things, I think the sticker was $44,000. I'll get into lease payments in a moment. Again, ours is just the V6 model. So we have the Limited, which gives us the leather, but we have the base engine. So it's still a 3.6 liter V6, 24 valve, dual overhead cams. Again, I mentioned 8-speed automatic, 295 horsepower, 260 foot-pounds of torque. Gas tank is pretty big here, so you get a pretty good range. It's roughly a 23-gallon tank, I believe. All right, now the most important part of the video, payments. Right now you can get smoking deals on these 2019, 2020 Jeep Grand Cherokees because an all-new Cherokee is coming for the 2021 model year. So it should come out the end of 2020 as a 2021 model year. It's going to be bigger. So I don't know that I need a car to be bigger than this. And also I usually shy away from first-year models. So I probably won't go for the new one. That's why I think leasing in 2019 for us was the sweet spot, because we can lease it for 3 years, then the new model will be out, maybe we'll get that. So because they're giving such deals now, we actually got a cheaper lease payment on this than we were paying on our 2014. So our 2014 we leased for like $286 a month. I believe that was 12,000 miles a year for 3 years, either 36 or 39 months. I'm pretty sure it was 36. We wound up buying it out, which I think was a mistake. But this car, we were able to lease 12,000 miles a year with the Lux 2-pack with an MSRP of 44,000. I think we got like 8,000 off sticker because we bought it New Year's Eve 2018. So that's a good day to buy a car. If you watch my videos, I always tell you to buy in November, December, and we really got a smoking deal by signing the papers on New Year's Eve. So I think our payment for the lease, 3 years, 36,000 miles, so 12,000 miles a year, was $399 a month before tax. Now in New Jersey, you can either pay the tax outright with your inception fees or roll that into the payment. So they just take the payment. Sales tax here in New Jersey is 6.625%. Put that in the payment, so that makes it $425 a month. So our payment's like $425, $426. So keep in mind, if you go to the dealer and say, hey, I want a payment for $425, $426, make sure the sales tax is included in that number and you're not paying, $1,000, $1,500. And again, you only pay sales tax on the difference between what you're buying the car for to what it's going to be at the end of the lease. So you're not paying sales tax on the whole $44,000, just on that depreciation for the 3 years. So it is a smoking deal. We're paying $46 for a 2014. That's what we leased it for new, and then we dropped our payments down about $425, $426 a month. For 2019, that has all these upgrades. Now this will be an ongoing series, so remember to like, share, and subscribe for that. We'll do maybe a review every 10,000 miles or so, or certainly a review every 6 months, so you can see what it actually costs to own this car. We have the all-season tires on it, and they're standard 18s. They're Michelin all-season tires, and so far they've been fantastic. We had an episode over the winter of unplowed snow, and this car was really phenomenal in that unplowed snow. So if you live in a place like where it gets really, really heavy snow and you want to go with snow tires, go ahead. but I think these all seasons are going to be the best for 90% of where you live. And again, this is a 4x4 model. You can get a rear wheel drive if you, which would be cheaper if you live somewhere where it doesn't snow. But overall, this car's been great. I really, really like it. I use it a lot for my real estate business because of this. I show a lot of industrial and office space. The industrial space are usually on rough roads and a lot of giant potholes, and this hasn't failed me once with the high profile tires, and it works fantastic in the rain, the snow. Good backup camera, great stereo system. Get the Lux Package if you can afford it. If you don't need any of those things that we went through, then obviously skip it and save the $3,500. But again, this has been an awesome daily driver, which allows me to have all my sports cars on the side because I have the one utility vehicle that can do everything. Thanks again for watching, guys. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell because this will be an ongoing long-term review. And like and share this video so our channel can grow. And leave your thoughts below on the Jeep Grand Cherokee. If you've owned one, if you've owned them in the past, let me know what your thoughts are. Thanks again for watching, guys, and I will see you next time.